Okay guys, we're gonna try a different angle today. We are going to make some really cute berry farmhouse, just white stars today. And I went to our local Hobby Lobby. I found 3 of these and they are actually $1.49 each. So I picked up the 3, and then there's this these are little candlesticks, and there's a package of 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 5. And we just need 3 out of here. This package was $3.99. And that being said, of course, they're below the $4.99, so they are not on sale with the 40% off. So what I did is I went ahead and I took my drill bit, and you'll just find your drill bit the same width as that. You're gonna go in here, try to go straight, and go all the way down, just a little bit. We'll take this off over here, go down a little bit more, to have a little plate to keep all your little crumbs. And there you go. So then what I did, we're gonna take that out of our way, and then you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna clip these to whatever liking that you want. So I went ahead and I went about like that. So if you want them all the same, which I'm going to this time, whatever length that you're liking, go ahead and clip it. Just go and lay them up against each other, and you're gonna need your needle nosers or your wire clippers. Not needle nosers, we're not twisting wire today. Okay, there you go. So we got all 3 of those the same. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take those pieces out of our way because we don't need those. And this is gonna be a super, super easy craft. Then you're gonna go ahead and you get your Waverly chalk, your Snow White. And I am not gonna actually pour this on the plate because my paintbrush is small enough that I'm just gonna dip it right in here. You're gonna go ahead and need your blow dryer in case we need to do a speed method on this. And then take that around, and you're just gonna take your time, do a nice thin layer. Remember, less is always best when you are painting because it will get globby and it will not dry smooth, especially if you gotta take your dryer. And if you want to put gloves on during this process, you're more than welcome to do that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna paint this one, and then I'm gonna set it off to the side, and I'm gonna pick the other ones up. And we're not gonna do any staining on it, no nothing. We're actually just gonna leave it white. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna paint the bottom of this just so it has a complete look to it. And then I'm just gonna lay it down on my station and let it dry. Then you're gonna go and pick your next one up. And you could go however you want, work to top to bottom, bottom to top, and just keep turning that around. Definitely have to wash the hands when I'm done, that's for sure. This is a super easy little craft. And whatever paintbrush that you are liking to use the best, that's what I would pick it up. Definitely do not need your paintbrush on steroids because that would be too big of a paintbrush. About a medium size acrylic paintbrush is all you're gonna need. And then you're just gonna go ahead and lay that one down. And then if you see that it started drying and you missed a couple spots on that first one, go ahead and just pick it up because it's pretty much already dry. That's one good thing about chalk paint. It does not take very long to dry. And you're gonna just take that paintbrush, again, just go around the sides, get in those little grooves. And you are watching this pre-recorded. And I hope you guys are liking this angle. We may try this for a little while just to see what you guys think. If this is better for a close-up for you guys, please let me know. And maybe we'll do videos both ways. But I would love to hear comments from you guys on which way you guys like better. Especially if you're learning and you need to have up close and personal, we will be more than happy to go this direction also. Okay, I'm thinking that's looking great. So I'm gonna go and pick up that second one we painted. And you can see where it's starting to dry, where it didn't get into those little corners. Okay, we'll go and pick up that third one because again, like I said, it dries and you're just gonna need one coat with this chalk paint because it is a little bit thicker than our acrylic paint. It dries really good and fast. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and paint those 3 stars. And we're gonna paint the stem on these also. So go ahead and go with the grooves of your paint, go with the grooves of your wood always when you are painting anything, because it just goes on smoother. Now, if you wanted to, if you like those little sponges, I bet that sponge would work really good on this also, if you don't want to do the paintbrush. And as you could tell, it's already starting to dry, so you're gonna go ahead, just go ahead and do that second coat on that side. This one, I would say the stars probably need 2 coats. As you just keep going around, you'll be able to judge yourself where that paint did go ahead and absorb a lot faster, and then just keep going over it where it all smooths out. And then do that stem. Gonna need that Dawn Just soap when I'm done here. Can you not tell my fingers? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let that one just sit up here like we did with our candlesticks. Set him there. And I'm just going to use some ribbon that I have, the 4th of July. If you just like stars in general, just put some raffia on this. This will be able to go anywhere in your house, any color combination you have, because we did paint it white. But I do have some ribbon that is cream with red lines, and I have another cream or another ribbon with cream with blue lines. Now, if you really want to make it 4th red, white, and blue, you can paint one of your stars red, 1 blue, and 1 white. And then also your ribbon can be found, I'm sure it will be out pretty soon on your red, white, and blue ribbons. I was at Hobby Lobby yesterday, and they were just starting to put all of the 4th of July stuff out. They did not have ribbon out yet, but I bet by the time the end of this next week, they will be. And I would just keep an eye out on any fun, unfinished woods that they'll put out like they did at Easter and Valentine's Day. And just let your mind just kind of roll with some ideas of fun things that we could do. Okay, are you guys liking this? I think this is gonna be so cute, so easy. I did grab some Spanish moss, and we may add some just to the base, just to give it some texture. Spanish moss is always fun to add to any little embellishment that you're making. And if you get to Hobby Lobby and they don't have these in stock, I am sure that they will be getting more in. Or you can go online and order them yourself. And I did not make it to Dollar Tree. They may have something like this at Dollar Tree. So if you've got time and you're driving around, stop at Dollar Tree. They may have some unfinished wood stars there also. Like I said, I didn't make it there. I just went to Hobby Lobby, and I had another class, and so got all my running around really done really fast. Okay, I'm liking how this is so looking. Okay, so I'm gonna get the dryer really quick. And as you could tell on the back of this one, if you could see really close, it does need a little more paint just right here at the top. Like I said, these were $1.47 each, and they're just little picks, and these are found in the unfinished wood department. And then these were laying in a bin, these stars were, so be looking for that in the unfinished woods. And then the spindles are on the rack. Actually, that looks pretty good. They were on the hanging board, wall, whatever they want to call it, in there. Okay, yay! Just to making sure everything is covered, so go ahead and look it over before we start putting anything together. You are going to need your glue gun, because we are going to glue those in there, okay? Thinking everything looks great, so let's put our lid on our paint before we do anything. Let's go ahead and get that out of our way. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your handy dandy glue gun and you're gonna squirt some glue in there and you're gonna put your star in there and you're gonna hold it. Wait for it to dry and then we'll do our next one. There's the first one. And honestly, I'm gonna say we're gonna trim these down a little bit because it's a little top heavy. That's another thing you guys are gonna have to think about. And I'm gonna drill this one a little bit farther down in there. They are gonna get top heavy because of the weight. So let's try this again. Put some glue in there, find your hole. There we go, let's try that one. There we go. Okay. And I'm gonna double check this one. I'm gonna trim it just a little bit again because it is gonna be too top heavy. So I do apologize for that. Like I said, I'm just winging it. I didn't make these ahead of time. Okay, that looks good. So before you glue and you are going to make sure it's the length that you want, go ahead and do a practice run with your hole that you drilled in your small unfinished wood candlestick. And then when it's drying, make sure you hold it up straight because it has a little bit of slack in there. There's that one. Put this off to the side. Okay, now we're gonna try this one. We're gonna go ahead and trim that down one more time. I would say this is probably about 2 inches. I would say is what we have. And I drilled this one the right length, or not like length, depth. So let's go ahead and do this one like this. Again, you can kind of twist it in your little hole that you pre-drilled. And I'm for sure going to move my sheet so these will stand up for you guys. Okay, now we're gonna take a little bit of this Spanish moss, and I did get the big bag at Hobby Lobby. This is what it looks like. You can see that in my glare. We're gonna go ahead and take a little bit. We're just gonna take some glue right around the base. And that's gonna put that right around there. And when we're all done, I'll take a picture so you know what the final product is gonna look like. So there's our first one. We'll go and grab another one. They're all dry. The glue dried fast. Remember, be really careful because working with Spanish moss and you think you've got enough of it to wrap around there, and the next thing you know, you're burning your fingers. Because it will get you. And it's okay if you have some Spanish moss a little bit more on one than the other. I think it looks just super cute when it's just kind of just a little rough. We'll go ahead and grab one more bundle. Okay, some glue around it again. And just kind of weave it around and kind of hold it so you see it. Okay, let's see what this looks like. I'm just gonna cut some off. Go right around there. And this ribbon, if you like this ribbon that we're using, it is found over in the material department. So we're gonna do one red. We'll do 2 red. And now if you want to, you can go ahead and hold your ribbon before you clip it, or if you've done it enough times, you can kind of just tell the length that you're gonna need. If you cut a little bit of extra off, you don't have a lot of waste. And you can make the ribbon as long as you want, short as you want. If I can get that tie, funny. And if you get some of your Spanish moss in there, go ahead and just trim it or let it be in there. It's either way. Okay, there's your second one. Now we're gonna go in, we're gonna take our blue. So we'll do 2 reds and 1 blue. We'll put the blue one in the middle. He's got the less Spanish moss. And there you go. There's 1, 2, and 3. If you guys like this, go to our YouTube page and see what you've missed out on. We don't want you to miss anything. So there you go. There's your red, white, and blue, and I will take a picture and I'll put this in the comments below so you guys can see what it looks like on your counter. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.